All right, so this exercise is a hook, lying, feet elevated hip shift. And what we're going to need for this is just a book of some kind. Like you can kind of see how thick this is here. And what I want you to do is play around with the height of the book. The key thing is that you can get your feet comfortably on the floor and you can feel your feet on the floor as opposed to like you feel like you're like rolling out to the outside. So the way this is going to work, first of all, is I'm going to get my feet on the book. Okay, I want to support my head. And what the book is going to do is just drop your back comfortably to the ground. Okay, so first and foremost, I want you to take a couple deep breaths here and just make sure that this is super comfortable, that you can relax in this position, and that you can get your whole foot on the book. Like again, play around with the width of your feet. If you find that like your feet are rolling in or out too much, if you bring them too far in, you can get them wider. You get like another book or something. And also just make sure we've got our foot tripod here, meaning I've got my big toe, my small toe, my heel. Just give it a little press down to make sure all of those points can get to the ground. All right, now, so first and foremost, we're just going to try this on both sides. So what I'm looking for is you're going to take your fingers and just put them on your hip bones. Okay, so kind of right where the tag of my pants is. And I'm just going to create a little bit of pressure into the ground there, just a slight bit, just to make, and I want to make sure that that's comfortable. So if I try to lift you off the ground here, I wouldn't be able to do that. It'd be super heavy. Second, I want you to just think about getting weight through your feet, getting weight just the middle of your feet, just holding here. Last step, we could just reach up with your elbows. We could do a low reach, or if I instruct you, we can bring your arms out to the side, and we can just give it a couple breaths. Okay, so now we're just going to focus on one side. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to have you just think about putting your hand on your right hip, kind of your right hip bone, just get a little bit heavier over there. Maybe about 60% heavy over here, 40% heavy on the other side. So not a big change, just enough to where you feel as if your pelvis is ever so slightly rolling to the right-hand side. I'm creating a little bit more pressure through the middle of my right foot. I don't want my knee to roll off the ground. I'm going to keep the knee where it is. And again, I'm going to hold here, keeping that pressure into the ground through my right foot. Again, I'm not losing that pressure in my left foot. It's a little bit heavier on the right foot, the right hip. Just going to hold here. I'm going to breathe. All right, and then once I do about 6 breaths, I'm just going to switch to the other side. So again, now I'm getting heavier on the left-hand side, making sure, again, I'm just pressing down through the middle of the left foot, getting the tag of my pants on the left-hand side on the ground, about 60% heavy over here, reaching with my left elbow. Just breathing through my nose. And again, all this should be quite comfortable. Reaching my shoulder blade apart, staying heavy over here, forming about 6 breaths.